Hey, what's happening, gamers? Welcome back to Project Nimbus Code Mirai.
Woohoo!
And it's time for us to take to the skies with our very strange airplane Gundam mech suit. And we switched this to Japanese, I believe? Or English? I don't remember which one. One or the other. Guess we'll find out.
We did something.
Main system engaging
English!
combat mode. We found the target. That is, target identity confirmed. It's the Air Force One.
Not Air Force One!
Wow. Why didn't you tell me during the briefing, Ingrid?
I've just found out too. Air Force One will enter Patriot's drone radius in 25 seconds. Protect Air Force One from the drone swarm until Takao gets there.
Air Force One's status is now shown on the screen. It's an Aurora-class transport ship. It'll be easier to disable hostile machines today.
Roger, roger.
Since we don't have to avoid firing at the cockpit anymore.
Alright, so I'll just take these fools down and protect Air Force One, or am I shooting Air Force One down? You guys weren't specific.
Yeah, I think I know what's wrong with the English dub or whatever, is that the dialogue isn't like...
Actors off the street?
Well, yeah, but the dialogue isn't done in a hurried fashion. Like, you would be trying to tell people that really quick. Like, so that they know, and then you would be quiet so that they can do their job, instead of continuing to talk through it like Air Force One is a... You know, like, you just be like, Air Force One is a blood. Hurry up! You know,
yeah, it doesn't really motivate
fast.
me.
But the Japanese dialogue is quick. It's fast.
That's because
normal.
even indie games can get, like, Japanese pros to come and do it if they, you know, really like the project. And this game was actually pretty big in Japan. Did moderately well for an indie title. I mean, this whole thing was created by a small company. This is not a big Japanese, you know, mecha company.
I'm guessing
there's Air Force One.
The Japanese voice acting industry and the American voice acting industry is a little bit
totally different.
Differently run.
Yep, usually big anime dub actors, they don't do small projects.
Yeah.
Although, there's been some stories. There was a college project on YouTube that was done for Batman, and Adam West reprised his role to do the voice of the character, and this was like a student film,
oh, wow.
And Mark Hamill came back to do the Joker.
That's crazy.
Yeah, I'm trying to remember what the name of that movie was, but it was like a 4-minute graduation movie or something, like done by a bunch of film students, and they somehow got Adam West and Mark Hamill to do it.
Maybe they
incredible.
really liked what they were doing or something?
And that was after Mark Hamill was kind of retired from... This was well before the Arkham games.
Yeah.
So I guess he wasn't picky about what job he did. And he just wanted to... I think it was his alma mater.
When you're desperate, you're desperate.
I think that's what it was. I think it was his and Adam West's college.
Oh, that would make sense.
Yeah.
I mean, that would, like...
But don't quote me on that, because, I mean, this is 11 years ago. I don't remember. I used to watch YouTube videos like everybody else.
Yeah.
Protecting Air Force One, at least I think so. Yeah! Oh, this game is fun. $20 on PlayStation Network if you guys want to check it out. And it's pretty cool.
Yeah, I mean, like, flying around in a spacesuit that definitely looks like you're a Gundam. It's pretty... Can't go wrong with that. I
want to say Gundam, but I mean, based on the transformation mode of this vehicle, it really looks like a Veritech, like a fat Veritech. I feel like if Rick Hunter, like, for whatever reason, his Skull One just started, like, munching down, like, burgers and milkshakes, you know?
I don't know what is Veritech from the Gundam anime or something else?
You probably don't remember Robotech, but it was the show that you used to watch before I introduced you to Gundam.
Yeah, I remember Robotech, yeah. I just got confused on what a Veritech was.
It was another space opera show. I think you were more of a fan of Lisa Hayes than Minmay, like me. So,
well, I mean,
Lisa was the career officer, like, girl, and Rick Hunter was the pilot. And they fell in love.
I remember that.
You still can talk.
Wait, now, who's coming into my chatter now? What?
I don't know. I mean, is this for real? Like, when you're actually fighting bad guys in the sky and you're in an airplane or something, can you really hear the bad guys talking to you?
I guess if it's an open channel, I don't know.
It's weird.
I mean, if that's the case, then when I shot somebody down, when I hear like, no, no,
I don't know.
Geronimo! You know, something along those lines.
That's what you would say when you were being shot down.
Well, actually, one sound file everybody uses is like, I think it goes like,
Wow.
yeah,
I just don't know if I would even have time to think of what to say at that point. I don't.
Pardon me, do you have any Grey Poupon? Yeah.
Oh my
like
gosh. Yep.
That.
Yep. So
Leaving! Sorry, that was the last one.
it's okay. It's fine, Kwing. I am enjoying watching you play this because
This is a lot of fun. I like this. People come to our channel, they watch fun games, they ask me, like, what type of games do you play? I play things that are fun. This is fun.
yeah. And I am going to be more peppy after this. I just...
If I play Fortnite, I mean, I'm worried that I'm just going to end up like every other person that plays Fortnite. That's one of the reasons why I never did. Everybody asks me, why did you never do Minecraft to stay popular? It's like, we did a super trendy game, but if you really remember how we looked at Disney Infinity, Amber was the good cop, I was the bad cop.
I liked Disney Infinity.
Right.
You're always the bad cop, though.
Yeah, I know.
Of trendy games, because you want a game to actually have merit to be viable and people you don't go on what's popular. Like a lot of people.
No, it's okay.
Like a lot of people. I'll say it later.
I'm getting my mission stuff. One sec.
Don't let it target the Air Force One.
Don't let what target?
Sorry.
No, it's okay. They said something bad, but I didn't really catch all of it.
Oops.
I'll figure it out. Continue.
No, I was just gonna say, a lot of people when there's a popular game, they just are like, oh, I'm gonna play this because people want to see it because it's popular. But for us, it's like, that's not really a good reason to play it, because if we don't think it's good, why should we pretend that we like something that we don't really like?
Exactly.
It's just, like, weird to do that.
I mean, that's one of the things that I loved about indie titles is I would always play games that I like. And, you know, what used to happen is before YouTube started hiding our videos from the search engine, and they're doing a lot of really, probably I would say illegal things, but it's their platform. They can do whatever they want. As long as I can grow an audience like somewhere else, I'll be fine. But I'm not very good at social media, stuff like that, so I need to figure some things out. And I will. I'm a smart guy. But, I've always been the champion for smaller publishers. I love looking at indie titles. We have...
Hostile unit destroyed. The escorting mission is a success.
You don't sound
Sir,
like you're
we'll
happy about
escort you
that.
to the 7th Fleet waiting at the rendezvous point.
Gentlemen, I've got bad news. Patriot has started the launch sequence.
You don't sound like... Gentlemen, I have bad news. I spilled my coffee.
They all sound like they've
There's
been
a
up.
stain that won't come out.
They've all been up for more than 36 hours straight.
I know. Yeah, it's just...
Like,
We've got 5 minutes until Patriot.
you
will
have 5
fire.
minutes.
Patriot has a solar bomb.
That was a
warhead.
success.
The weapon that destroyed Earth's surface 30 years ago.
Whoa!
That is how fighting to destroy each other will end. We've seen it in the last war. Weapons cannot create peace. All weapons can do is destroy.
Yeah, that's what weapons do. I didn't really know. No clue there,
because
Sherlock.
I was sending pillows and fluffy hearts to people in my weapon arsenal.
Yeah.
I was sending virtual hugs.
Satellite, it's a battle.
Wait, what's a battle? It's transforming!
More than meets the eye.
Transformers. It looks like a floating angel of death. Just, I hope
We
that
are
thing...
gonna die.
Yep. We're safe, but we're dead now.
It's the vulture, pretty much.
It kind of looks like, I mean, it looks like, I mean, if that thing wiped out the world 30 years ago, it looks like the angel of death embodiment, like, as a mech thing. Well, I still personally believe that robots will destroy us, but that's the face of our destroyer right there, a satellite that transforms.
Have you ever looked at those videos on YouTube that are like the scariest things robots have ever said?
Nope.
And they have like compilations of them being quoted as saying really creepy things.
I'm more concerned by the mobility of robots now and the different videos I've seen where they can do backflips and all this other stuff. Like, they are learning at an alarming rate.
Well, yeah, I mean, they
It's like
already
people,
had-
they've never watched The Terminator. They're just like, you know what, we're gonna build robots, they're gonna work with us, and just like every robot movie where they try to destroy the world, that's gonna happen. Because robots don't have human emotion, they don't have empathy, they don't have morality. I mean,
Like,
some humans don't,
well,
but...
remember that one? Oh, there's that one robot they're making in America that's like, she doesn't have any hair, but she's like.
I thought that was a Japanese robot.
No. The Japanese one actually looks pretty.
Die!
Japanese.
Look at this thing!
Have hair.
Where'd it go?
The one that's in America is like, she looks really creepy because her back of her head is all like, you know, robot-y and stuff.
That thing's a Decepticon. Has to be.
Oh, this, yeah. But yeah, like she was quoted as saying like
it's targeting all those places. Miami, Houston,
crazy.
Atlanta.
Well, like some reporter asked the robot like, oh, I think it's Sophia or something. Like, oh, they asked her, oh, you know, you're not going to take over the world or anything, and then she said, okay, I will take over the world. And like it was like they were like, no, we weren't.
We were kidding.
We were kidding, but she wasn't like joking at all, and it was just like
new priorities.
It's just interesting that
mankind.
That's all that would take is someone to accidentally say that, and then they would just do that.
2 minutes remaining for what? I'm doing the best I can. Not New York. This thing's going down. I don't care about Philadelphia.
Sadness! We live near Philly.
Yeah, I know, but I'm not a big fan of Philly cheesesteak, so I mean, New York I will protect with my dying breath, but
so you're gonna
Boston and Philly,
You're protecting pizza over clam chowder and Philly cheesesteaks.
Yes! To the death! I will defend the things I love! Uh-oh, we're in big trouble.
She's waiting for your answer, sir.
What?
It's not gonna happen, Mirai. We're gonna stop that thing right here.
I'm trying to stop it. I died. Oops. Well, I guess the world is doomed. Oops. That's tough. That's really hard. Everybody make like a crying face.
Oh, I will make a crying face. But yeah, I was showing you that Japanese, it was either Japanese or Chinese robot. I think it was Japanese.
Yeah.
And she was AI, and she's been being interviewed by people, but I was showing Luke that every person, the knowledge she's gaining is through the interviews. Like, she's gaining knowledge of every answer that she learns from different people.
Okay, so
it was really interesting.
I'm gonna interrupt.
Sorry.
Robots are evil, they're gonna ruin everything, but this game actually has a plot now. Kind of. From what I've seen after listening to... I can't drown you out, I'm sorry about that, but basically what I've gathered from this is, before you and I are like, how many centuries is this after the fall of civilization? This is 30 years after that thing wiped out the world.
Whoa, that's crazy.
And from what I've gathered, the thing is called Patriot. So this was America's death machine thing that wiped out the entire world. Like, it's basically like
it's supposed to be like an eagle.
No, it's not an eagle. It looks like an angel of death. It's a humanoid black thing that has like so many nuclear warheads that wiped out the surface of the Earth. Trophy earned for what? Welcome to the surface? I don't really understand.
Can we not use the term?
What?
That term a lot. It's freaking me out. I don't know. The angel of death.
Oh, sorry, yeah. I'm
kind of being freaked out a little bit, but it's okay. You can use it.
Well, we could do with I think they called, in Neon Genesis Evangelion, I believe that being was referred to as either Michael or Gabriel. And they made the angels out to be bad guys in that show.
Oh, right.
So, I mean, you could always do that, but I mean, that's definitely the imagery that they're using.
Michael and Gabriel are not the angel of death, though. Like, neither one of them, I don't think.
I know, but I don't remember what
but that was in the show.
Right, I don't remember the name of... I don't even know if it has a name.
I don't even know if... Yeah, I don't like to talk about that.
Exactly. Let's, focus on giant robots. Fighting Decepticons.
Angel of hugs.
Right. But no, back to the indie scene. I love supporting small developers. I have so many connections with them, and like I love they contact us. They have like what I love about indie titles, and why our channel's main focus is like highlighting different indie games for the Switch or whatever, is because like these are people that were inspired by games that were really big when they were kids. And then they went and they created their own thing based on things that they loved. Like, these people, obviously inspired by, like, Macross, Gundam. Yes!
Destroyed.
Oh!
You saved the world today.
Yeah, I did. So long,
Oh,
Decepticon.
I think it's creepy.
I hope that doesn't come out of my, you know, pay. Yes!
GRU has intercepted the message that there will be a terrorist attack here tonight.
Da.
Gentlemen, what do we know?
We are detecting 3 unidentified transports bound to dock at the city's port in 5 minutes.
Even the Russians sound better.
Yep.
The energy emission is close to that of a reactor. Presence of WMD is highly possible.
You sure it's not a space elevator reactor?
We have a Kula squadron in Bangkok too. Give them a call.
I'm guessing that's gonna be me.
They probably sound cooler to us, but maybe to Russians they probably sound slow.
Oh, you mean like they don't sound very enthusiastic?
Well,
They
no,
sound
you're
like
right.
boring
they do.
Russian.
No, they do
No,
sound
they
enthusiastic. They just don't sound really fast. They're not talking really fast.
They sound pretty excited.
Yeah.
So I mean,
No, it's okay. Go ahead.
That Gryphon is something, isn't it? Okay, come with me. With 3 ships to intercept. Akula 2 reporting in. Akula 4, standing by. Akula 5, all green. We are
Oh wow, this is a
Akula
crazy
3,
place.
You are my wingman. Watch my 6.
yeah, beautiful place. All right, so I don't know what I'm supposed to do here. I guess we're just like on a routine patrol looking for terrorists or
Yeah.
bad guys.
Can I just? I mean, I don't know. Just with that Evangelion thing, if they did say Michael or whatever was one of those, is actually that wouldn't make any sense because Michael is supposed to be the angel of the defender of God's people, and of like mankind. So Michael defends people, so that wouldn't make any sense that he would not be.
The reason why they go crazy is because the world basically has been holding Adam, which is like this giant angel, hostage for like centuries, and they've been doing bad things to it. Like, that's how they were able to create the giant robots, is based on that angel's fall to Earth. Which
That sounds really creepy.
It was a really creepy show. Like, I mean, it has a huge following even to this day. But it was
I would not
weird.
watch that show at night. That sounds really weird.
No, I can't watch Attack on Titan or Evangelion. Although Attack on Titan is like Evangelion on like
And-
11. So,
I know that angels are meant to do what, like, God creates them to do, so it doesn't make any sense that they would go against their mission. That's what I
it was
believe.
just a story.
Friends have intercepted all cargo ships.
I could listen to this guy all day.
Start the boarding procedure.
And, like, Gabriel's a messenger angel. But anyway, continue, sorry.
Yes, he brings the message of death to...
No.
I know.
Transport plane at runway 5.
Alright.
State your service and intention.
What?
Okay, Irel here. We send no one to the civilian airport. What's that? The airport.
Tank! They're firing at the terminal.
What?
Okay, Irel, you got friend squadrons. Take care of those tanks in
Where did they
civilian
come
airport.
from?
Do not let them harm the civilians. Enemy riflemen in the terminal.
Okay, what do you want me to do?
Declaring state of emergency.
Wasn't expecting this. So this is like New Russia or something? I think so. Alright.
Maybe.
Please follow security officers' advice and evacuate to a safe area.
Holy cow. They're invading the city, I think. Alright, this is exciting. Like, I have chills. This is good storytelling. I wasn't expecting this.
Yeah.
Okay, so I guess they're attacking the, I think that their ship was disguised as American ships. This is gonna cause a war. Another war. American machines, see?
Oh, wow. So who's... The Americans are evil then in this, or...?
They're... I think these are the
somebody-
bad guys masquerading as them.
Oh, wow.
I mean, if you're gonna get, like, the biggest nations
they
to
took-
fight one another, you would masquerade, like, you know, attack the Russians, and then the Russians would... I mean, that's just how war would go. They would respond, and, you know...
So it's like the bad guys again are taking over other people's ships and...
Bad
basically-
guys can be really smart. I mean, if you have other nations play them against one another, and then you just, like, when they've nearly destroyed one another, your small force comes in and just wipes everybody out, I mean, that's pretty hardcore. I mean, you know, a lot of people, they don't realize that the bad guys, IRL, are actually pretty smart if they were able to convince nations to betray one another on this scale. I mean,
Yeah.
I don't think a little skirmish would be this much to go into World War IV, because they already had World War 3 in this universe. And there's
Yeah.
not really, like, kind of the Marvel Cinematic situation where half the universe is just wiped out by Thanos. I mean, most of the human race has been kind of obliterated by the Patriot Megatron thing we took out from 30 years ago, and everybody's living on these floating cities in either the clouds or like hovering above the oceans of the world. Most of the world is a desolate, ruined place, kind of like when the Zentradi and Robotech destroyed the Earth with their barrage of like laser bolts from space, and everybody that was aboard the STS-1 or people that were inside Echo Base in Alaska, they all survived, and like a few pocket cities somehow survived like the massive obliteration of all life on Earth with this like basically armada from space blasting everybody to bits. So in this universe, instead of like a alien invasion, mankind owes its destruction to mankind, which is very poetic that the Japanese do this.
Well, I mean, yeah, but you know who would really survive? Well, actually, no. If the whole world got flooded, then you'd have a different. But you know, like in China and Japan and stuff, I've heard that they already have so many underground, like bunkers for all their people, like half their people to be saved. And in the United States, we have underground bunkers, but it's only for like just
elite people,
just the elite of the government. So basically, it's funny that people say China doesn't take care of its own people, but they actually have a backup plan for if something happened, whereas we don't. There's no backup plan.
No, we don't. Japan has a backup plan. Korea, I don't believe they do, but Japan like has lots of cool stuff.
Yeah.
Prepare to engage. Okay, to battle frame squadrons. We have identified the locations that are at risk of being attacked across the colony. Hey, what time is it now? Is it cool over here?
Oh my gosh, they're gonna attack a school.
No.
They'll be there cramming, right?
Yeah, so you're right. These people are like terrorists because, I mean, the game is correct. That's
Well,
what
they're
call
called
them.
the children of, I don't know.
Because they're attacking civilians to try to make a point or whatever.
No, they're not trying to make a point. I think they're really, I mean, if I was saying how this game is going, I really feel like they're going to pit America and the Russians against each other again.
Yeah.
Like Ace pilots versus Ace pilots, you know.
Yeah, people always want to pit America and Russia.
Oh my gosh, somebody's kid died.
Attacking civilians!
Whoa.
Hostile reinforcements arrived. Most of them are battle frames.
American battle frames. All right, this just got real. So the commanding officer's daughter was just wiped out as she was coming home from school. Like they targeted school buses and schools, hospitals. I mean, these battle frames are going all out.
Yeah, never mind. I probably will never watch Evangelion now that I know what it's about.
Evangelion is really freaky.
It feels like it's dark, and I feel like I could become... I could have things walking around my house watching that.
It has one of the most messed up endings in history, in anime history. And it was a show from the 90s, for crying out loud. It is edgy.
I think that's borderline, you're asking for something bad to happen to you watching it, because that seems so...
Well, since you'll never watch it, I'll basically tell you that Shinji, the main character, ends up becoming the new Adam at the end of the show because using his mech suit, he basically wipes out the entire world and everybody on it, and then he is alone in the world with just one girl who hates him, and they have to start over.
That's really weird.
Yep, that's how the series ends, and everybody hated that ending.
It doesn't make any sense because the word Adam itself means like mankind or something, so it wouldn't be an angel. It doesn't make any sense. And also, the reason why I feel like that's highly unlikely that humans could hold an angel like that hostage is because angels are said to be like so powerful, one swipe of their sword could take out thousands of people. Like, you couldn't hold an angel. Like, they'd be so powerful. You could not.
It's just a show, honey.
Okay, I'm just saying, it's inaccurate.
Well, next time I see an angel with a flaming sword, you know, I'll ask him, like, you know, how well he can handle, like, a Gundam. I really believe that...
I'm sorry, I got really weird, triggered by it.
Most of them are battle frames.
Yes, I know most of them are battle frames. I'm trying to take them out.
Continue.
Okay, so we have to hold out for 1 minute and 50 seconds before, like, more troops arrive to help us out. And I can't tell if I'm an American pilot that's just like hanging out here like in a NATO group, or if I'm just a mercenary pilot, like that one game we were playing, Manticore, where you play as a mercenary pilot in space, you know, working for a coalition of people.
Yep.
But I mean, these, what I would notice about this attack is these ships that we're fighting, they haven't identified themselves as American ships. They are American ships, but they're not like, you know, I don't think this would be enough to cause a massive, like, war. Because, I mean, they're not even talking about, like, for America or doing all this other stuff. I mean, they're just...
Yeah, they're just...
flying around, blowing up stuff.
Doing stuff. It just feels like they're just taking the ships and... Yeah.
But, I mean, they've already wiped out the Tsar of Russia's family. Or,
wow.
I think it would be called Tsar in this. I don't know what the leader of Russia would be called, like, here in, you know, Neo-Russia or whatever this is. Neo-Moscow.
Yeah, I don't know.
But we don't even know. The one thing that, if this really was, like, New Russia, I mean, this would be all wintry and stuff. Because Russia has lots of snow. I mean, unless there's really no ground left at all and they're just, like, really up high. It looks like that is either ocean or that's sky.
Yeah.
I can't tell. I'm trying to engage. These guys are hard. But that's what I love about this. It's just so exciting. Like, I can really get behind a game that has a very intriguing story and, like, lots of action. You know? It makes me excited.
Yeah, no, I like it.
Oh yeah, let's take it to these battle frames then. Heroic music. Go! Man, I'm a terrible shot. I'm sorry, people. The controls are, like, really sensitive. I mean, they're fun, but at the same time, dodging and switching to missiles and all this other stuff, you have to do it on the fly, like, wicked fast. And at the same time, you have to be, like, scanning all over the screen for the different enemies that are popping up all over the place. And you have to be, like, in a close distance of them to use, like, all your different powers. And I don't even think I have a beam sword either. I'm just, like, a regular mech. So I have machine gun fire, and I have a few missiles. Which isn't really going to do all that much. If I had, if Mirai was here, she probably could have prevented half that stuff. Because her suit is supposed to be, think of it like Hiroyui's Zero Gundam. That's, like, just super OP.
Yeah. Yeah, well, I mean, I don't know, I was just thinking, I think that's why I like Transformers a lot, because that's a show that I can picture that, I mean, I know it's not about angels or whatever, but it kind of reminds me of it, where they're actually defending humankind. That makes more sense, you know?
It's kind of been described that way. I believe back in the 80s they kind of, like, talked about that.
Yeah.
But I mean, as far as that,
I mean,
like,
it might not
depiction
be.
today,
It's probably not about that anymore. But,
no. But back then,
it sure seemed like that back then.
Yep. The side that wants to protect humanity and the side that wants to obliterate it because they hate it.
Exactly.
Or they don't really hate it; they just want to get back into heaven because they're fallen. So I mean, they're trying to get back to Cybertron by using all Earth's resources and killing the population. So yeah.
Yeah, it totally makes sense.
But I'm pretty sure that they have a different thing today. Japan doesn't shy away from Western culture so much that Western culture shies away from itself.
All clear.
Yeah.
So many lives were lost today. This is too cruel. The Americans will pay, my comrade. They will pay.
Uh-oh. They're blaming the Americans. This is bad.
Well, I mean, it was our ship, so...
I know, but they didn't...
Hundreds of bogies heading your way. Please verify.
That's very funny, NORAD. Hey.
Let me see that.
What the? They must be doing an orbital drop.
The only possibility is that they made it in when we turned off the orbital defense screen during the fight with the Patriot.
You gotta be kidding me. The orbital defense grid was only offline for about 10 minutes.
This cannot be just mere coincidence. All units be advised, we're detecting a terrorist attack.
No, this is a Spetsnaz strike force comprised of motherships, support ships, and battle frames. Give me information about our force in the combat area.
We have 7th Fleet Special Operation Battleframe Squadron, call sign Skull.
And?
That's all we have.
Whoa.
Oh.
All right, things are getting interesting. But anyway, guys and gals, that does it for this episode. Join us next time as we play as the Neo-Americans in space fighting against the Russians. Things are about to get very interesting, and World War IV could be upon us in this game.
Whoa.
In the comment section below, if you think this is going to be a full-scale, like, massive conflict, let us know. If you're enjoying this game or you bought it, also let us know in the comment section below. Until we meet again, God bless and happy gaming.
See ya!